All right, I'm going to have a go at the Guardian's Cryptic Crossword for Wednesday, April 9th, set today by Paul. Oh dear, let's see what Paul has for us. With this, what I may need becomes themed in a way. Well, the word theme is ringing alarm bells. Maybe there's a theme later in the crossword that will become apparent. Maybe it's just an anagram of themed with 6 letters, maybe plus I, what I know. Yeah, I think there's going to be some funny business today. All right, as newlyweds, slightly damaged, one trapped. Well, if I break it after as newlyweds, it could be just married. Yeah, and slightly damaged is just marred with an I for a one trapped inside it. All right, yeah, we have this issue with the grid recently that it's not tabbing properly or not carrying on to the next word. All right. All right, let's do the downs. Renault colored gray or beige? Well, Renault has 7 letters and it has a U, but I don't think colored is a is an anagram indicator. But maybe, yeah, actually, I think that's what's going on here because I do see we have neutral and gray or beige are a neutral color, I think. Stout belly, surprisingly empty. Ooh, empty makes me think we empty out. Yeah, surprisingly emptied would be SY, so we need a word for belly. And then I think belly followed by SY makes a word for stout, which could be like Guinness, I suppose. Well, I can only think of Tom or pot belly, but I don't think potsy means stout. Let's move on. Banff, originally in with it, a Canadian province. I think it must be a Canadian province. Banff originally would suggest a B. What Canadian province begins with B? Is Baffin Island, British Columbia? And then in with it, a Canadian. Ontario is 7 letters. What other provinces are 7 letters? No. 6, we have to see 16 across. 2 items of footwear left with everything one's got. Yeah, so I think the second word beginning with A is going to be all for everything, maybe? I think it might be a phrase that means giving it everything you've got. But 2 items of footwear. So I think we're going to put 2 words for a shoe or a sock. And then L for left, maybe? Something all. Okay, if the all, is that one of the L's from left, or is it all the footwear, shoe, boot, sock, hose? No. Oh, hold on, let me go back to the downs. Chap certainly not into flour. Strong smeller. I think strong smeller is the definition, but with a question mark. There's something funny. Yeah, something maybe that really stinks. Some kind of cheese or something. And chap certainly. Oh, chap and certainly not. Maybe go inside of a river or a flower. It's funny when I read flower now in the cryptic, I think of river first, a flower. I don't see it. All right. Piece of electioneer I established most weird. All right. A nice simple hidden clue within electioneer I established. We have eeriest. All right. Let's go back to the across. Taxpayer ultimately being squeezed by wretched PM, something alcoholic required. Well, taxpayer ultimately, excuse me, is an R, and that's being squeezed. Could it be that R? Oh, yes. Well, funnily enough, my mind when I read wretched PM, I first thought of Liz Truss, but then I did think of poor old Theresa May. And so wretched is bloody, and then May gets the R inside for Bloody Mary. Grace, perhaps, through catching some light. Oh, I'm wondering if it's grace, perhaps, is the definition, and grace as a virtue. What else is grace? Yeah, and then I think maybe a word for through. Through, maybe as in finished, done. And that catches some light, which just might be the letter L at the beginning of light. But oh, grace can also be like saying grace. Um, oh, there are the three. Is it the three graces? And do they have names? So maybe it's one of them. I may have to look up Wikipedia for that. All right, country ending in recession, many leaving country, avoid work. Well, the ending in recession is going to be an N, I think. Many leaving country, emigrants, avoid work. Work can be opus or OP. Is it going to be the name of a country or is it going to be avoid work? Malinger? Oh, Mali is a country. And there's the R of the ending. Oh no, and then the N is the ending in recession. Oh, that's great. The country is Germany, and many leaves it to leave Ger, and we get our Malinger. All right, debunking of fairy tale, the cost for conspiracy theorists. Where's the definition? Debunking are maybe conspiracy theorists. Oh, the Flat Earth Society, the original. It's so funny how other conspiracy theorists, excuse me, have now let in the flat earthers, and it's become, oh yeah, if you want to believe in anything crazy, join our big tent. I don't know if that's a good sign or a bad. Probably bad anyway. All right, two items. Oh yeah, that was our two. Ooh, oh, it's not all. I think it's going to be something and oh yeah, everything one's got. Um, what is that? Two items of footwear. Yeah, what's the last word going to be? Something and fly, something and flew. Oh, maybe and all, something and all. But yeah, because and all, if we had an S in front of it, we would have a sandal, one of the items of footwear. Could it be warts and all with every? Yeah, I was thinking about the effort you make with everything you've got, but maybe it's just accepting someone with everything they've got, warts and all. So then wart, I suppose, not something you wear on your foot, but something like if your foot is worn, you may have a wart on it. That's clever. All right, so now, ah, I think of this. Well, I was going to say Roman nose. Oh, maybe it's not warts and all. Yeah, it certainly seems like it's going to be Roman. Yeah, because a Roman nose, I think, is a large nose, so a strong smeller. Your smeller is your nose. Oh, is it, I don't know, then boots and all? Or I don't know that expression, but yeah, I'm thinking seven down must be Roman nose as the flames rose to a Roman nose. I think I just quoted that recently. But such Morrissey wrote such great lyrics in the Smiths. Uh, yeah, boots and all. I don't know that expression. I'm going to pause and Google and see if that is a thing. Yeah, apparently it is an expression. No holds barred with everything you've got. Boots and all. He jumped in, boots and all. I'm sure I've come across the expression, but it doesn't really ring a bell. Ooh, let's try this nice one. Astronomer captures alien for features editor. It sounds like features editor is going to be the definition. And I think that is a position on a newspaper, but I wonder if it's some sort of punning, like a plastic surgeon might be your features editor. And we do have OMT, which are in astronomer, but there's nothing really to indicate where to anagram astronomer. Captures alien. Well, 9 times out of 10, alien is ET. So I do wonder if that's going to be an E. So then the astronomer, oh, maybe it's a famous astronomer, Halley. Um, who's the guy whose sister did a lot of the observations for him? No, I do like it, but I don't know what's going on there. Maestro in performing encore, lifted up at end of opera. I'm First of all, I was thinking about maestro in performing might be an anagram of maestro in. but then lifted up at end of opera. And I'm wondering about Toscanini was a maestro. Not sure how to spell how many N's in the middle there, but oh, because of course his name starts with Tosca, which is an opera. So Tosca, I think maybe in is performing, maybe anagrammed, and then encore is saying again to another in, and it's going to be lifted up. So it gives us another NI. Yeah, I'm fairly confident that it's Toscanini. Ooh, here we have an O. Battle, okay. Not Waterloo. Fitting last of scrap into shed. I don't know, I'm trying to think of sheds. We're going to put a P inside a word for shed. I'm thinking about gazebo. No, there is some famous battle and it's going to have a P in it. Oh, no, not Aleppo. No, I'm going to have to come back to that. Visited by mail, I question unwelcome guest. I think it might be an unwelcome guest. Yeah, I'm wondering if it's going to be something like I query, and then we put an M for mail inside of that to get an unwelcome guest. I don't see it. Princess and I are entwined. Princesses often die. And I are entwined. No. With this, I'm making a blunder. That's a great one too. No, let me finish the downs. We're nearly there. Sponsor picked up for a quid, say. Sounds like a homophone, but oh, of course, I always forget that a quid can be a oneer, but Mike always reminds me in the comments. Sponsor, donor, picked up for a quid, pro. Yeah, is it oneer? No, can't see that. Oh, I haven't spotted any theme today, so. Well, oh, how did I do that? I don't think my initial thought was right. All right, flat hand. Nice double definition, I presume. Flat could be an apartment or just something that is level and smooth. Flat land of some kind. Flat as an adjective like flat broke, flat out. And then hand can be the thing at the end of your arm, or it could be a worker, a hand in cards. A verb, hand it to somebody. Oh, a flat, of course, can be a flat tire. No, don't get that. Real jerks backing legal draft. I rejected undemocratic. All right. backing certainly sounds like something is being reversed. When I see jerks, I think of ticks, Tics, which can be a useful ending for a word. But here, maybe we have to reverse it, STIC, and then a word for real, or maybe the word real itself. Undemocratic, I think, is going to be the definition. And then legal draft, I rejected. I think we have to come up with a word for a legal draft. Codicil or a deed, but it has to have a letter I that we reject from it. Undemocratic. Ooh, a brief. But then without the I, it's going to be bref. That doesn't seem right. Unless we reverse that, but I don't think so. Verb. All right, with pressure on, Paul being sick, unfortunately, giving TED Talks, etc. Oh, yeah, I've really no idea about the wordplay other than Paul being I or me, but I'm thinking about giving TED Talks, etc. might be public speaking, and just an example of what public speaking might be. Paul, yeah, so I think it's being sick. Yeah, so I think with P for pressure, which I think is the very first letter, and then we have Paul being, I being sick, because we do need two I's. Yeah, I think that's how that works. A report about damaged tinfoil. I wanted it to be aluminium, but it ain't that. No. All right, one ripping up verses, perhaps, after first found in Christmas Cracker. Uh, what is this? Oh no, I don't like when they break up an 11-letter word between two entries like this. It might be a compound word, so maybe Paul originally, when he was filling, excuse me, in the grid, did a 4 and a 7 and then realized, who knows. Anyway, one ripping up verses perhaps. So maybe it's one ripping up. What does that even mean? And then verses perhaps after first found in Christmas, maybe would be the first letter of Christmas, a C, and then a cracker. No. All right, I think I've looked at everything, and yeah, funny that Northeast looks pretty good, but nowhere else. I'm wondering if this could be Siberia, and so it's a province, just not a Canadian one. But I don't see, other than Banff originally being a B, in with it, what other province could it be? If that was an S, with this, what I may need becomes themed in a way. Still not seeing a theme. This long one now. features editor. Oh yeah, I think I was right about a plastic surgeon. I just saw a cosmetologist would fit, and a cosmologist, of course, is an astronomer and it captures ET. So actually, once you see past the misleading definition of features editor, not too hard. All right, here's our real jerks. Oh, jerks, maybe. Maybe that's an anagram of real, which would be ELAR, ALER. Undemocratic. No. This was. Yes, so maybe it's I. What's an unwelcome guest? Oh, and I'm thinking something like I question might be I pose. Oh no, a question I think can be a poser. You have to break it up. So I, and then a question is a poser. I mean, I know the verb to impose. I don't think I've ever heard the noun an imposer, but there you go. All right, I don't think it is the anagram of real. Let me pause and think of a. Oh, well, actually, even before I paused, I thought of illiberal. But I will pause and work out the wordplay. All right, it is the anagram of real. And then we have to back with a bill is a legal draft, and then and all of that is rejected. Oh, sorry, the anagram of real backs the rest of the clue, which is a reversal of bill I. All right, tricky. All right, princess. And, maybe it is a princess, and it's an anagram of and I are. Oh, is it a Disney princess? Not Ariel or yeah, let's try the anagram helper. And I are. Oh, look at that. I don't think I've ever got it on the very first try before. That's amazing. So I think I know of Ariadne, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's not Ariadne, but I know Ariadne, I think, from mythology. But I may be getting confused. Anyway, we will find out if that is right. With this, I'm. Yeah, I was wondering maybe you put I am in front of this word to make a blunder, but then what is there to define the word itself? Maybe it's an and lit of some kind. I'm making a blunder. No, ooh, my sponsor now begins with B. Buyer? Is a sponsor a buyer? A backer. Oh, I think it might be a homophone of backer with an R that becomes bacca for tobacco. I have a feeling that you used to be able to buy a quid, meaning a little small amount of tobacco, but maybe I'm dreaming that. We will check at 15 squared. Let's see if, oh, well, what a cracker might be a code breaker. That thought did cross my mind earlier. Um, just you get in the habit when you do these of word associations. So let's see how this would work. I think one ripping up is maybe a breaker, and versus perhaps is an ode. I think that's right. We'll check it at 15 squared. All right, this was a report about damaged tin foil. Oh, I wonder if it could be foil as the definition, like somebody's foil nemesis. And we're going to put A maybe plus a word for report about an anagram for tin. Tin, I think, is SN, is the chemical symbol. Oh, not apotheosis. Is there a word like that? No. Oh, what's my battle now? There's the P, the last of scrap. Goes into a shed. What is that battle? Flat hand, don't have anything more for that. All right, the right-hand side is almost done. Let me put in Siberia and just think about how that might work. In with it. No, I'm going to pause and look up the Canadian provinces. Oh dear, how did I not think of Alberta? My goodness. I'll stand in the corner for 10 minutes after this. So Banff originally, oh, if you're with it, you are alert. So in with it. And then A is A at the end to give a Canadian province. Me and my Siberia. All right, grace perhaps through catching some light. Okay, I'm going to look up the graces from mythology. All right, it's not one of the three graces. But I think I'd said earlier it might be the grace you say before or after meals. And yes, that's exactly it. It's a prayer. I got it by thinking about, oh, some light could be a ray. We've seen that before. And then it was easy to get prayer. And so through is per. I suppose like through the auspices of per or some, maybe per translates as through. All right. Oh, here's my stout belly, surprisingly empty. Oh, I think stout can mean brave and therefore gutsy. And so your belly, I never thought of your gut. All right, can we get this now? With this, what I may need becomes themed in a way. Still not seeing a theme. Oh, we might have a pangram because we have the J in just. We don't have any other funny letters though, so probably not. With this, yeah, there can't be too many words that have that. Oh, actually, I just thought of one, and I think I say this word multiple times in every video, and that is anagram. So what I may need becomes themed. Yeah, so I think there must be an anagram inside one across, but I like to. Oh, I think what I may need is an anagram of themed in a way. Oh, that's very clever. Yeah, that looks like it. All right, that's excellent. And bonus points for being one across and then throwing me off for the at least the beginning of the crossword. Hats off to Paul for that. All right. With this, I'm making a blunder. No. My report about damaged tinfoil. Yeah, let me look up maybe, is it a Greek or Latin word for foil for your enemy? Oh dear. Well, I had to go to wordplays.com in the end because I was not finding a good synonym for foil. And yeah, it's not really the rival or nemesis I was thinking, more like counterpart. And it's a word I have difficulty saying, but antithesis, I believe. And so it's a thesis. Now, I'm not sure I would agree a thesis is a report, but anyway, and the damaged tin is just an anagram of tin at the beginning. All right. Ooh, the Battle of Lepanto. Ah, yes. And the shed is a lean-to, a very rudimentary shed. All right. Oh, flat can be. I was going to say gloss, but gloss is shiny. Flat would be matte. Flat and then hand. Yeah, let me pause and ponder that. No, I've ran through the alphabet looking at the thing about the different first letters. Really not seeing any good word that might conceivably mean flat or hand. Um, I'm going to pick one. I'm going to go with blasé. I think maybe if you're blasé, you're not excited. Maybe you're flat. Anyway, let's go ahead and check that one. No, I'm going to go ahead and reveal it. Oh, oh, I did think of a flush, but yeah, of course, a hand in poker might be a flush. And if things are level, they are flush. All right. Okay, we're not going to get any more letters for our blunder with it. With this, no. Ooh, mishit. It's an anagram. With this I'm, you can make or anagram a word for a blunder. All right, I like that. Yeah, just that flush. I definitely should have got that one. All right, let's check all. Looks like everything is there. Did we end up getting our pangram? No, I didn't see any theme. All right, let's head over to 15 squared. I think there's just two I need explaining. All right, the blog today by Lunapic. Paul's puzzles often frustrate but always entertain. This was not frustrating at all. The anagrams are public speaking and flat art society. I did enjoy this one. All right, I think the ones I struggled with, Codebreaker, and it's funny, Lunapic also had trouble with that one. One ripping up Ah, so an ode breaker. Yeah, I think I was wondering about the order of the words, but an ode breaker comes after the first letter in Christmas. And then bacca, yes, for bacca and quid, think tobacco. So I'm sure that's a very archaic bit of slang to call it bacca, but maybe not. Oh yeah, who was Ariadne? The daughter. Ah, so she is in mythology, but she was the daughter of Minos, so princess as well. Yeah, so lovely start to the day. Quick solve for a Paul. Yeah, I think that's the better side of Paul for the most part. More multi-light answers than are really good for you. And a non-rhotic homophone was far from the most outrageous one. Yes, Bacca. Paul at his gentlest. Yeah, I think everyone or most people seem to have found it not too bad for a Paul. All right, well, thanks as always for watching and have a wonderful day.